Former administrators at Rangers Football Club have won a ruling from Scotland's senior judges that the country's top law officer is not immune from a civil damages claim in a landmark case. David Whitehouse and Paul Clark will now be able to pursue the full compensation actions they have raised against the current Lord Advocate James Wolffe QC. Mr. Whitehouse, of Cheshire, brought a damages claim seeking £9 million against the Lord Advocate and former Police Scotland Chief Constable Phil Gormley, with Mr. Clark, of Surrey, suing for £5 million £5 million. Following a procedural hearing last year, Judge Lord Malcolm held that only a human rights case could proceed against the Lord Advocate, who otherwise enjoyed absolute immunity. But a specially convened bench of 5 judges at the Court of Session in Edinburgh, including the Lord President, Lord Carloway, and the Lord Justice Clerk, Lady Dorrian, has ruled that is no longer the case. Lord Carloway said a previous case, decided 58 years ago, whose outcome was that the Lord Advocate cannot be sued for damages in a civil action for any act done by him or on his behalf, was wrongly decided and should be overruled. The Lord President said, "There is no immunity from suit. Privilege is not a defense to malicious prosecution. Where there is proof of malice and lack of probable cause in relation to the general acts of a public official, including the Lord Advocate and those for whom he is responsible, the matter is actionable." The Lord President said that even if the earlier case, decided by 3 judges, was determined to be correctly decided, it would have been overruled on the basis that public policy no longer supported its continued application. Lady Dorrian said, "I accept that it is in the interests of justice that prosecutors should be protected against the consequences of mistake, negligence, error of judgment and similar matters. However, this does not require an immunity from suit which protects the prosecutor who acts maliciously and without probable cause," she said. Lady Dorrian said, "I do not consider that immunity from suit for malicious prosecution is necessary for the discharge of the Lord Advocate's duties." The remaining 3 judges, Lady Peyton, Lord Menzies, and Lord Brodie, agreed. Mr. Whitehouse and Mr. Clark are seeking compensation for alleged wrongful detention, arrest and prosecution. They were the subject of an abortive attempt to prosecute them in the High Court following the takeover of the Ibrox Club by Craig White and its subsequent administration and liquidation. Several charges were dropped by the Crown and the remainder against them were dismissed by Judge Lord Bannatyne. Both men are seeking damages arising out of their treatment by the police and prosecution authorities in connection with their involvement in the. For more on this story, visit the news article link.